Hello, good people. This is me trying to think of something smart ass to say, but I can't. But better late than never. I was supposed to do this on the weekend, but the weekend got a hold of me, and it's now December 1st. So I figured, fuck it, we'll still continue. If you haven't gathered, this is the fifth week in a row, I might add, albeit it's a little bit longer than I normally would like. 5 weeks straight. Yours truly, going live, bringing you the latest stuff, thingamabobbers. And before I get into the meat and beans of whatever that fucking metaphor is, I have to check to make sure that this thing is working. So, nope, that is so not the one I wanted. Let's see. I have to check. Yes. Okay, good. It's working. I will probably forever do that. And until I can make sure that I'm not stupid with this stuff, just how it is, just how it's gonna have to be. But yeah, I figured we'll keep this kind of brief. We don't need to go too crazy into the world that's currently existing right now, specifically politics. Everything's burning to the ground, division, God knows what else. I mean, the horribleness that happened in DC with the National Guards folks. But yeah, we can do that another time because I'm pretty sure, if you're not aware, which you actually might not be just because of the sheer amount of non news topics that's been happening around this. As the title says, it is all things Stranger Things. And I figured we would kind of talk a little bit about it because if you aren't aware, the season 5, the last season of Stranger Things, is currently started to stream on Netflix. And the first 4 episodes, I guess they're putting it into volumes, volume 1, 2, and 3. We just got volume 1 drop, which had 4 episodes in it. And if you ask me, not a lot of news around it, not a lot of hype, not a lot of wow factors. And I figured we could kind of get into it here just a little bit because it's, yeah, not that great. It's kind of mid at best. So let's go ahead and give you guys at least something else to stare at other than my beautiful, beautiful face. But yeah, so season 5 dropped, first 4 episodes. I'm gonna spoil just a little bit, stuff here. So if you're not caught up yet, I figured it's been out for a couple days. If you are a fan of the show, you've probably seen it by now. But just as a heads up, I will spoil the stuff that's been happening in volume 1 so far, specifically the only good thing about which was episode 4. Apparently, what's his face? Oh my god, I'm already spacing on the names. The main cast, not the oh my god. What's his name? Okay, now I got to look this up. Hold on. Best part about being live is you can just look up this shit anytime you damn well want. I know I don't know why I get the last name. I know the last name, but let's see here real quick. Will. I'm laughing internally because I actually have been rewatching the seasons. So I've actually started back with season 1 and I'm just starting to keep it in the background as I do stuff or whatever. But Will Byers now is apparently taking over the spotlight. No longer will Millie Bob whatever Brown. Basically, 11 is no longer the big star of the show, if you ask me. It's all about Will Byers, and quite frankly, the first 3 episodes were nothing short of just filler. They really, really were, and I think that's where the tragedy comes in. I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things. I really am. I think it's one of the best series that has ever existed. Even just rewatching some of these first, I'm on season 2 right now. The first couple seasons were incredible. The storytelling was incredible. The way they did just this sci-fi, this new genre of sci-fi, which is incredible. And I know broken record, it's spot of nerd is what we do, but it was something special. Broken record, I've said that twice already in the last 30 seconds. It was something we've never seen before, and that's rare for Hollywood today. It's rare for us to see something that's different and unique, specifically in the sci-fi realm. Sure, I'll be honest, there has been a lot of kind of negative spoilers in the context of a lot of people have been kind of putting this show up against Harry Potter. You know how Voldemort and Harry Potter kind of have this symbiosis connection, and kind of if you think about it, with Will Byers and Vecna, they really do have this kumbaya relationship, which is very similar to Harry Potter. You also have, I think it was Harry Potter the eighth movie, where the mom kills the bad witch. And again, kind of the same thing happened in these last couple episodes with Stranger Things, where the mom tries to save the kiddo. What was the kid's name? The little baby sister that's now grown up. What's her face? You'd think it'd be in this cast list. It's got to be in a cast list. Hold on a second. Holly. Yeah, basically the kid Holly. Um, so yeah, mom tries to stop a Demogorgon from basically getting after Holly. And it's kind of interesting too, because going back a little bit more to the synopsis of these last 4 episodes, I think they're just, I don't understand why it took so long for this to essentially come out. I really don't, because literally the first episode is like, I'm gonna butcher this, but it's the kidnapping or the losing of Holly, blah blah blah. They're literally just repeating the entire story again. So when I say that these first four episodes, specifically the first 3 episodes, are just nothing but filler, you really have to look at it and go, "We waited this long for this?" Question mark. Did you really not have anything else that you could have like? I thought season 4 of Stranger Things was probably one of the best in not only just the series, but in sci-fi in general. I really did. And it set it up perfectly. At the end of season 4, we're left on a cliffhanger and in this post-apocalyptic world in the fucking city that they're in. Again, details, just look this shit up, or if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. And it really wasn't anything special. They literally just wrap it up in about 2 minutes, you know? At the end of season 4, the entire earth splits open 4 directions. You got the upside down that's literally coming into the real world. And in this new season 5, they're literally just, yeah, we just slapped some steel plates, like, on the roads where they're doing road work. Yeah, we just slapped some steel plates down, and kids go skiing on it. They sled on it. And so we're quarantined, you know. Yeah. So that's us here. Crazy town, right? And that's 3 fucking episodes. 3 fucking episodes of this shit. This is where you, as a fan, you have to look at these people and go, could you not have thought of something else? You literally gave us one of the best cliffhangers ever for a series of sci-fi television, with a post-apocalyptic Vecna trying to take over Emperor Palpatine-esque type shit. And now it's, yeah, we just filled in the holes. We just slapped some steel over it. Oh, don't worry, there's nothing wrong with it. Like kids can step on it. There's no evil anywhere. The Demogorgons, plural, they only come out when they want to, blah blah blah. And we're just gonna repeat the entire story from season 1. Instead of having Will get taken, we're just gonna take Holly. We're not gonna tell you anything about it. We're just gonna repeat the same story. So that's where my disappointment is, and I think that's where a lot of people are not talking about it. If you think about it, if you look at the social media feeds right now, nobody is talking about Stranger Things, especially with all the hype that's around it. I think it's another reason too, of course, because they waited so long. Let's be honest, this show started in 2016. It's now 2026 nearly, and we're barely getting a 5th and final season. It's Game of Thrones. It's another Game of Thrones. It's one of those things where, are we ever going to get the final books? Are we ever going to get this and that? And it's just like, this is all you have. This is all you can give us. It's kind of sad and pathetic. Now, switching it up to the positive side of things, though, I will give them credit for episode 4, because, of course, major spoiler here if you haven't watched it yet. Is it Byers or Myers? That's gonna bug me. Hold on, I literally just looked it up here. What the hell is the damn name? Wheeler. Oh, that's the Wheelers, or the Mike Wheeler. It is Byers. B as in boy. Cliff notes. Big spoiler. Episode 4. It turns out Will now has this mind connection, of course, with Vecna that is super strong. He can see through the Demogorgon's eyes, and he now has the powers. He now has these kinetic powers, these ability to, at the end, we finally get the reveal. So again, 4 episodes in, we don't get to see anything of Vecna. We get about 30 seconds of him being a badass, which I will give it credit. Him coming onto the scene in episode 4, Vecna, was pretty dope, I won't lie. Obviously, he sends out the Demogorgons that take out the military, which is kind of pathetic because, again, the sheer thousands of rounds of bullets that are going off and not a single Demogorgon dies. Really? Come on, you can do better than this. Even just in series 2, there was a better showdown when the Demogorgons broke into the laboratory. Like, come on, this is it's just really, put simply, it's pathetic writing. It's just sad and just boring ass writing that you could do better, but you just don't. And I think it was because you simply wanted to get right close, words, right up close to making Will Byers the new big honcho. You want to put Millie to the side, you want to put 11 to the side, and you want to make this all about Will. And I have nothing wrong. I'm not opposed to making Will the new main squeeze, if you want to call it, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But ultimately, as much as it is badass to see him take the reins, it's a pretty cool scene. The end of episode 4, season 5, before we get, they close it off until we get volume 2. Right as all the Demogorgons are they're about to kill all his friends. They're about to kill, I guess, these other children that are important for some reason. We still don't know why. And Will basically controls all of them, and he does a Vecna on them. He basically breaks all the Demogorgons' necks and their bones and shatters them. And it's a dope ass scene. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty freaking awesome. But again, it is one of those things where, is this all you have to go off of? Because according to your volumes, what was it? Let's look this up real quick. I think it was. I was looking it up. Stranger Things Volume 2. Let's see. Stranger spell. I can spell, I promise. Stranger Things Volume 2. Let's see. Good old Gemini. It's coming out Christmas Day. How many episodes are going to be in this thing? Come on. Part 2 release date, runtime, and cast. Let's see what Forbes has to say. This is one of those things about doing a live shit where I'm like, probably should have done this shit before, but, hey, what are you going to do, right? Stupid fucking ads. Go the fuck away. I hope you fucking die. Stranger Things Volume 2 is only 3 episodes. So this is, again, this goes back to my main point. Like, I'll share this screen here with you guys. Volume 2 is coming out Christmas Day. It's going to have 3 episodes. And then, of course, you have the 2-hour finale, which is going to be New Year's Eve. And that's just one last. So you essentially were getting 4 last episodes of this series. And so far, you've given us half of this series. And to be blunt, it's turned into pretty much dog shit. This is probably, a lot of people give season 2 shit for Stranger Things. And albeit, I'm not saying it's a great series, but it is a series where you're kind of like, at least they gave us a story behind season 2. I mean, sure, again, big spoiler here. Apparently, so in season 5, the military have established a base inside the Upside Down, and there's this secret weapon that 11 and Hopper are trying to find, what the hell's going on. Turns out the military have captured and are studying and have found ways to basically defeat kinetic people like 11 by using, I think it was number 2 or 3, the girl that was in season 2 comes to find out that she has been a captive of the US military, and of course they break her free, or at least we're assuming she's going to be broken free. But just this entire first volume of season 5 really is something that you want to metaphorically, not violently, smack the writers for, because you've given us such an amazing story so far. Why did you just take a big fat shit on it right now? Not only just taking a big fat shit on one of the best sci-fi stories ever written, but you also waited God knows how long. Like, again, let's look up this. When did season 3 come out? Stranger Things. No, season 4. I swear I can spell. I'm not stupid. I mean, I might be stupid, but I'm not dumb. Series 4 release date. When did this shit come out? Yeah, July. It came out May 22nd, May 27th of 2022. It's been nearly 4 fucking years since you last gave us a series like this. And you waited this long to give us fucking 3 filler episodes? Are you shitting me? Are you absolutely fucking shitting me right now? This bullshit. It's as a fan, yeah, Netflix, this is total and absolute bullshit. What the actual fuck? Don't give me this dog shit about like, oh, it's the best season yet. Each episode's gonna be like a movie because it's over an hour long. Yeah, okay, you're giving us over an hour episodes, but these hour episodes are just fucking. I guess we better climb the staircase to the tower and turn on the fucking radio signal. Great. Fucking shit. Fuck, why not? Right? It's just like, damn, you really missed the mark on this, Netflix and Stranger Things and whatever else you want to call it. And I hope and pray, I really do. I hope the volume 2 does a better job. Again, you've got 3 episodes. Lord knows what they're going to be able to tell in 3 episodes because there is a lot they've got to wrap up a lot. Let's be blunt. If you're a fan of the series, if you know the series, you know the story, they have to wrap up a lot and they've only got 4 episodes left if you include the volume 1. So, I'll kind of wrap it up with that, but ultimately, like I said, season 5, there's a reason right now you're not hearing much about it on the socials, on the news, whatever it is because it is mid at best. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just simply saying it's not exactly anything really to write home about. And that's really heartbreaking if you're a fan. It really, really is. It's not as heartbreaking as what Disney has done to every franchise they've touched, but it is just because, again, rewatching these first couple series, the season 1, 2, and I'll get to 3 and 4, it's like they just gave up. I think that's the best way I can put it. They just gave up on doing this show. And you can tell also, I've said this a little bit in some of my other social media posts. You can kind of tell with the acting. These actors and actresses, they just don't want to be there. Like some of the scenes, they're trying to give you emotion through some of these. There was a scene with Hopper and Eleven in the Upside Down where Hopper's kind of talking about his daughter and he's starting to cry and there's just no emotion. There's absolutely zero emotion between Hopper and Eleven. There's zero emotion. I mean, the kid Holly, the younger sister of Will, that kid has more emotion and experience in the few scenes that we see with her than any other cast member. And they just seem bored. They really just seem bored, and it's almost even cringeworthy too. Like I'm just popping in my brain there was a scene with Winona Ryder's character, again, forget her name, but obviously there's a relationship with her and Hopper. And as Hopper's going down a flight of steps, he basically says, "How do you get so damn beautiful?" And it's just cringe. It's absolutely cringe because that's just not who these characters are. So again, it goes back to the writing that's just like, ugh, a little upchuck in the back of your throat of just really? This is the best you could come up with? So, as much as I might be talking shit about it, episode 4 does, I guess, if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of it, episode 4 does rebound all of it, makes it worthy of watching. But again, they got to do a lot. If you want to make this last final season something worthy, you better show up, Netflix, Stranger Things. You better show up because otherwise this is not going to just be another Game of Thrones. It really is. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. Just having rewatched Game of Thrones, the entire series, and then season 8. Wow, just absolutely mind-numbingly wow. How did you come up with something such dog shit? Stranger Things season 5. You got a lot of making up to, and I hope and I pray that you do. So we'll leave it with that. Believe it or not, I am not going to show you guys social media this year, this time round. Albeit, though, just from a curiosity standpoint, before we wrap things up here, I'm just seeing if there's anything worthy. I've been doing a lot of blocking because, again, oh, okay, no, that's just Top Gun. Although I do hear they are making a Top Gun 3, which is pretty badass. But No, I think with a lot of the social stuff now, I'm starting to block a lot of it just because, again, a lot of it's just so depressing and horrible. And albeit you want to kind of stay up to date with things, it's just kind of, yeah. Eventually, if you're smart enough, you just put your shit down, put your phone down, touch grass. Really, I think we'll leave you guys with a high note, with a positive from yours truly, Spot of Nerd, and that's fucking rare if you know me. Go outside, touch some grass. Seriously, people, there is so much more important things in life. And I know I am a cliche for saying that shit because I have very little in relation to friends and family, but I don't mean that in a playing my violin. I just mean that in a I woke up and it was the best thing I ever did. It really was. Took me 40 years to do it, but I finally woke up to the realization that kind of being on my own is the best. But for others, I'm sure, we just had Thanksgiving. Christmas is just a few weeks away. It's so important right now to really hold on to those positive things that you might have. Your family, your friends, your relationships, your cats, your dogs, your super awesome channels that you might be watching like this. Um, just put your fucking phone down. Really, just put your fucking phone down. And you know what I'm thankful for? I have to show you. I don't know if I can. I'll see if I can bring this over without fucking breaking him. So, if you are unaware of the channel, I've been talking a lot about 3Zero, which is again a company that designs some of the most amazing action figures, specifically these right here, the Optimus and the Bumblebee. I told you guys I was making a video, and it's currently in progress where I'm going to breed Optimus Prime from Revenge of the Fallen with Jetfire. But I also told you that I was going to build Jetfire first before I started intertwining them into Optimus Prime Jetfire, or Jetfire Prime, I think is whatever the title is. And I'm in just awe, absolute awe of the epic that this Jetfire action figure is. And I'm going to try to lift him up here without breaking anything, just so I can show you guys. You'll see him in the video. So again, if you haven't done it already, I would love you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button, give me the likes, follow everywhere, specifically Rumble. Um, just so you don't miss out on the awesome that this video will be. But let me just show you this real quick. Oh God. This is where I'm like, the only downside to 3Zero, these figures are very, very fragile and a lot pops off. But look at this thing. Look at this thing. I can't even fit it in the camera. Like, it's just, my hand's in the way, but I'm going to try to. Oh God, I'm so scared. Oh God. Look at this thing, people. Like, seriously, look at this thing. How fucking amazing is this? It's just insane. It's absolutely insane. And before I drop it, you're going to have to watch me put this down very carefully. I would cry if I broke him. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to be hopefully mashing the two together to bring you Jetfire Prime. And supposedly it stands like 2 feet tall. It's fucking amazing. But yeah, I figured, you know what? Change of mindset, change of process here. We're gonna leave you guys on a positive. So yeah, that's a pretty darn good positive if you ask me. But thank you guys. Seriously, bottom of my heart. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I really, really do. I hope you have a good holiday, good Christmas coming up, and stay tuned for more from this beautiful face, this beautiful mug. I love you guys, and yeah, I think that's about it. We'll catch you guys next time. Laters, y'all.